Oh my god, it smells so much like baby wipes.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, the full Ariana Grande Love Notes collection is officially available in the US on TikTok Shop of all places. If you watched my video from last summer, you'll know that I have been so excited about Vanilla Suede, but equally bummed out that I couldn't get my hands on it because it was an EU exclusive. But when I saw that it was available on TikTok Shop, I literally swiped my card without even blinking. But today, I will be giving you my thoughts on Vanilla Suede. Before we dive in, if you are new to my channel,
you should subscribe.
But if you're coming back, as always, thank you so much for being here and supporting the channel. Let's first just talk about what the fragrance actually smells like, because I have a feeling that many people, including myself, have not smelled the fragrance, but this is definitely not what I was expecting at all. I think when you read the notes, you definitely expect a different scent profile. It has notes of bergamot, sandalwood, rice milk, vanilla bean, and musk, which all sound like such beautiful, delicious notes that lead you to believe that it's going to be this very creamy and decadent vanilla, but it is just so much more clean smelling than you would think. Oh my god, it smells so much like baby wipes. Vanilla Suede smells like baby powder and baby wipes, at least to my nose. It almost has a sort of like sterile and medicinal feel in the opening. It's kind of like a very lightly scented hand soap. And long before I got the fragrance, I saw that it was very commonly compared to Gentle Fluidity Gold by Maison Francis Kirk de Jean, which was hard for me to even comprehend because the notes just tell such a different story. Like, you have rice milk and vanilla bean. Like, that sounds so rich and yummy. I couldn't imagine it being so kind of clean and just like soapy smelling, but alas. Vanilla Suede is very clean, powdery, musky, and it has a very smooth sandalwood note, but the sandalwood isn't too dry or warm. It's just very kind of like soft and clean, and it kind of adds to the soapiness of the fragrance. In my experience, it smells extremely similar to Gentle Fluidity Gold for the majority of its wear. I would say the only exception is during the very dry down on the skin. And speaking of which, my favorite part of the fragrance is definitely the dry down, because that's when the vanilla bean really starts to come out and the fragrance sweetens and starts to get warmer. I think another thing that's definitely worth noting is that this is very widely recognized as being a lactonic fragrance. And if you look up the main accords on Fragrantica, I'm pretty sure lactonic is like at the very top on the main accords list, which I was surprised to see, because usually when I see a lactonic accord, I envision a scent that is very like whipped cream heavy, such as Heavy Cream by Fleur. But this perfume is not at all lactonic in a cupcakey or like a whipped cream kind of way. Rather, it's milky and again, a very kind of clean, sterile way, which sounds really weird, and I'm sure I'm not doing a very good job of selling the fragrance, but I mean, I'm not really trying to do so. This fragrance really threw me off. I think especially with the name being Vanilla Suede, I was just expecting something really different. But after sitting on it for a while, honestly, it smells exactly like the name. And it has a very smooth, suede-like and leathery quality without actually having like a specific suede note. There's also a lot of vanilla, as you might expect, but it's just not the genre of vanilla that I'm used to. Vanilla Suede has a very clean and incense-y vanilla. All things considered, Vanilla Suede is actually a very good dupe for Gentle Fluidity Gold. So if you are looking for a much cheaper alternative for a fragrance that is easily gonna run you like over $400, I would look into this. I think that this is by far Ari's most expensive and niche smelling fragrance. And yes, that includes things like Pink Woods and Plush Vanilla and Alphabet Enchanted. Like, I really think that this one is so unique and really enters that niche sort of realm when it comes to scent profile. The Love Notes line as a whole is just a lot more mature and reminiscent of niche fragrances, but I think that this one is just really up there. It smells very unisex. Like, this is a true genderless fragrance to me. It's the same kind of just like clean, nondescript, genderless feel that a lot of niche houses like MFK and Le Labo and Byredo kind of are. And it's also the kind of scent that if I were to blindly smell this fragrance, I would have never guessed that it is like an Ariana Grande fragrance. Let's get into the rating portion. So starting off with presentation, of course, it has the same bottle as all of the Love Notes perfumes, but it's very beautiful, very classy, and again, a very significant departure from the usual Ariana Grande fragrance bottle. Very heavy and expensive looking, and I really do adore the Love Notes bottles. I think they're very pretty. They just feel luxurious. I also love this kind of like thick cardstock sticker on the front of it. Just feels very nice. I will say I don't like the atomizer on these. They're very kind of short and flat, and they don't spray as smoothly and evenly as some of her other bottles do, but that's just like a very minor nitpick. Similarly, the box is also just like identical. The only thing is that with Vanilla Suede, you get this pale beige colored box. Moving on to the scent. I cannot say that this is my favorite fragrance in the world, nor is it something that I would wear as a standalone fragrance or as a signature scent. This, to me, just smells so much like baby powder and baby wipes. I think for a lot of people that is gonna sound very off-putting, which is valid, but I don't find it to be like repulsive in any way. It's very kind of controlled and balanced. It has a ton of soft musk that I think really gives it a skin-like perfumey touch. I think mainly I just don't really like this kind of scent profile that much. I definitely like my fragrances a bit sweeter and more gourmand. I'm mainly just like taken aback by how much of a milk and vanilla smell that this fragrance has without having any sweetness at all. So it's very strange because it has these like heavily gourmand notes but like no sweetness to back it up. So it just feels weird and sterile and medicinal kind of. I think for me to really enjoy wearing this, I would definitely have to sweeten it up by layering it with something like Mod Vanilla or a Cashmere Skin or Plush Vanilla. I mean, honestly, she has a ton of fragrances that I think would layer really beautifully with this. A lot of sweet vanillas that I think would help to kind of mitigate the aspects of the fragrance that I am not very fond of. But yeah, overall, I think the scent is just not my favorite. I was actually wearing it today, and I think for the first 2 hours that I had it on, I just could not stop thinking like, oh my god, like
I smell like baby wipes.
do with that information what you will. I mean, if you like the smell of baby wipes and baby powder, honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that this is definitely something that's worth looking into. It's very, again, elevated and kind of like niche smelling though. It's a very interesting scent for a perfume, especially one coming from Miss Grande.
Yeah.
And then on to performance. I quite literally received this perfume yesterday. I can't give you like a super in-depth review on how the fragrance performs. What I will say is that it's not phenomenal, but I don't find it to be bad. I was looking through reviews on Fragrantica and a lot of people were complaining about its longevity. I really don't think it's bad. I would say I get around 5 to 6 hours on this fragrance. It is very soft. Projection is on the lower side. It's super musky and sticks close to the skin, so that's something to keep in mind. I was able to, smell it around me for a little while, definitely a couple hours. And then on my skin, I can definitely still smell it, and it's been a few hours for sure. So in my experience, I'm getting a good like 5 to 6 hours. It's definitely gonna last you nowhere near as long as something from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, but I mean, I don't think anyone was expecting it to perform like that anyways. But yeah, I would say it has moderate longevity with low to moderate projection. Overall, Vanilla Suede is really not what I expected at all. It is unlike anything I have in my collection, so like I'm happy to have it, but again, I don't think that I will wear it all too much just because it's a bit too soapy and lactonic in a strange way, like a very unsweet kind of way. If you're expecting like a sweet sugary vanilla bean with creamy rice milk, that really is not what this fragrance is at all, at least until the dry down on your skin. If you're like me and you are a true gourmand girly, I don't really think that this is something that would appeal to you, but I mean, I would recommend it to anyone who does like something very clean, musky, powdery, and suede-like. I think this is a really similar dupe to Gentle Fluidity Gold. Not that I'm super familiar with that fragrance, I've really only smelled it like a few times before, but from what I remember, like literally the second I sprayed this, I was like, oh yeah, that is familiar. Like it's very unique in terms of my own collection, but like I was like, yeah, it smells like that one MFK fragrance that I always sniff when I go to Nordstrom. That wraps up my review. Definitely let me know your thoughts on Vanilla Suede if you have it in your collection or if you've smelled it before. That's gonna be it for me today. I'm actually filming this video on Christmas Eve, and I'm hoping to get it uploaded sometime on Christmas Eve, but I just want to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas if it is something that you celebrate, but if not, happy holidays, and thank you so much for sticking with me and supporting this channel throughout the years. It truly means so much to me, and I'm really, really just eternally grateful. So thank you so much, and I love you, and I hope you and your loved ones are well. With that, I will see you all in the next video.